isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
Welcome to Crush This, a monster truck podcast. I got you this time. Oh my gosh! Welcome to the Crush This, a monster truck podcast.
Pasta. You didn't get me. I did this the whole time, and you were like,
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. We are brought to you by High Octane Coffee with Joy Sylvester, J Concepts, Justin's Story with his book Making Tracks. Go get it on Amazon, $10 a pop. She just got it there. Back Channel Productions with Nick Davis. Go check him out on YouTube for all your awesome monster truck watching needs. 6B Apparel. Cheech has the Krusher on today. That is the retro wave design. We also have the OG logo design, the OG Crew shirt, $100 a pop. You have to either message me or Cheech for that. You can't go through 6B. So, and then we also have JB Scale Graphics and Cheech. Who do they do graphics for the RC world?
oh, let's see here. They got Bigfoot, Overkill, Evolution, Bad Habit, Against the Grain, Heavy Hitter, Obsessed, and some other ones too. Also, I forgot about J Concepts. They do they also do Bigfoot decals, and they're also officially licensed for Samson and USA One, which that truck just got purchased recently. So that's a full blown right there. And there's also more to come with JB Scale Graphics too. Yep. So it'd be pretty cool. We're gonna talk about our news and everything like that after this interview. We have Shane Plato, the Skull Crusher driver, and the family owns the trucks and stuff like that to be on. But he has a prior engagement here at football, and he's still in school and stuff like that. So we're gonna do an interview with him first, and then when he gets off, to go play some foosball, and then we'll just go back and run what we have been running. So we're kind of doing the opposite today. So let's get Shane on here there.
Alrighty, guys.
Mr. Bradley Shaw.
All right, he's on here. Shane, how's it going today, buddy?
I'm doing amazing. How's yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So normally when we have our guests on, we normally ask them kind of about their background in the sport, what got them into the sport. So what got you interested in monster trucks?
So when I was about 4 years old, I was on YouTube as a little kid, and then I came across these videos of monster trucks, and I was just super into it already. And obviously I grew up with cars and stuff, so I was already in that life, and so pretty much begged my dad to build me one for a couple months, and then he ended up building me one.
So how did you get yourself, okay, so you built yourself a monster truck and stuff like that. And then how did you get yourself into dealing with Kid KJ and getting yourself in the shows and stuff like that?
All right, so pretty much my dad, after we built one, we would just keep wanting to do shows, so we made out a post on Facebook, and then Todd pretty much saw it, and then we got kind of brought in and as kind of a family after a while, and then after that pretty much we started getting attention. People wanted me to do shows for them, and it's pretty much been like that ever since.
It's at the time, Todd and Kid KJ, they were kind of that whole mini thing was kind of growing at that time, and then I remember that's when I started hearing about you and the Skull Crusher and all that. And how was the moment when you were able to first drive the mini? How was that? Were you anxious, or were you I'm just gonna get in there and send it?
I was so happy and excited at first. As soon as show started, I was so nervous. I was shaking. I was like that. And then as soon as like it's kind of like as soon as I started driving, like I was fine. And pretty much for the first like year and a half, I was kind of like sitting on my dad's lap, like steering and stuff. I could not reach the pedals. And once my legs were long enough and we could like move the pedals back far enough, then I started driving on my own. And yeah, it was pretty fun.
Now, information wise, I'm probably gonna be wrong for it, but um, now I'm. Did you with you and the mini monster trucks? Did that Kristen and Jenna was touring with you or
Yeah.
another group out what else? It could be
So pretty
wrong, but
much, we found them, or I don't know how we met, but we had a few extra mini monster trucks, and we just kind of asked them if they want to drive. And first it was with Jenna, and then after like a couple months, we got her sister into it, and then obviously we know she drives Monster Butt and like pretty much all like a whole bunch of trucks now. So yeah, they kind of like started off. I don't know if they started off with us, but like we kind of got them into it. I guess you could say.
So, what promoters were you running at first when you were getting into it?
So pretty much what I was first running with and what I still run with now is WJAS Motorsports, and I obviously run for a lot more now, but that's pretty much who I was always running with as a kid. Like I still am a kid, but like when a little kid.
yeah, yeah. But you're doing a lot of things a lot of people dream of right now,
Yeah.
and being now considered the youngest monster truck driver right now. Uh, how did that process happen? How did your dad get one? People may not know that the Skull Crusher truck was the
Prowler.
Prowler, and that truck came out was built before you were born. So, and it was rocking stadiums, arenas, and stuff like that. And then also I heard that there's not a lot left, I guess, of the Prowler truck. It got extremely changed around, and
Yeah, we pretty much like only have the body left because we decided since it's such a like kind of like an antique, we decided to keep the body.
okay, so you guys have the Prowler body also. I was surprised you guys didn't want to give it back to Alan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm pretty sure we have it, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's a pretty cool story. So, okay, so talk about the process of how you even got your hands on that truck in the first place.
So I was doing a show out in I think it was Santa Maria over there, and uh he was there, and pretty much he like was kind of shocked because he didn't real I don't think he built mini monsters and he's never seen me before kind of. So pretty much after that, my dad and him started texting back and forth, and he had Prowler just kind of like sitting away. And then my dad pretty much asked him how much he wanted for it, and he didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to sell it at first, but I think they negotiated something, and we got it in the end.
And then you guys sent it off to Bill Payne to get updated and talk about that and all the kind of stuff that was changed if and that process.
So the truck was very old, so we had to like get pretty much brand new everything, brand new motor, sway bars, driveline, the whole shebang. And first we started off by sanding all the paint down, and then we got it sent over to get the whole chassis redone. And then after that, we sent it to Bill to get like all the new parts and stuff, all the new tires. And then after that, we bought a body mold, and then we made one, and then got it sent to get wrapped. And pretty much that's what it is now.
Gotcha. So we go to the first event. Now, you said you were nervous the first time driving a mini monster. Now you get the chance to drive the full size truck. Um, you know, I know that there was probably some practice runs and stuff like that for you to get used to the truck and stuff like that. But
Actually,
still,
no.
it's oh really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
just kind
that's
of got the
crazy.
truck and just sat in it and drove.
Trial
So
by
now
fire.
trial by sink or swim. Um, Now you have people watching you. So all right. So I'm assuming that you're pretty nervous.
I mean, nervous at first, but as soon as I got in the truck, the adrenaline was going. I was pumped up. I was just ready to go put on a show. So
Well, it's like all those years of driving minis and being in front of crowds probably helped you in that moment, you know. And what was like when you hit the ramp for the first time, you know, in the mini, obviously comparing to the big truck is a huge difference. But what was your reaction? Were you like, holy crap, like this is like it for me, like this
Like
is
this is
all like
real.
this is the moment you've been dreaming about your whole life.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause growing up, like I said, like I was into cars. Like I was born with that, raised by that. But I as a kid, I was a normal kid. I didn't think I was gonna do any like this. And as soon as I saw those trucks, I was just hooked, and I just dreamed about driving one and like just running over cars and stuff as a little kid. That seemed amazing. And now that and as soon as my first show and I drove over a car for the first time, I was just like I was so excited in my seat. Like
So if you, I'm guessing, uh, you know, if you do play like BMG and rigs or rods, the virtual monster truck side of everything like that, if you do you take that in consideration now with driving the real truck? Because I mean, I get mixed reviews about that, saying yeah, it helps me out, but then the other guy says not really, because I mean, you hit the ramp square, but you just don't know where the truck's gonna bounce and throw you in one direction or throw you the other and stuff like that. But he said that racing wise, it helps out. So if you do any virtual monster truck stuff, if it does that help you out?
I mean, yeah, cause I mean, I played Rigs of Rods and now I play Steel Titans, and pretty much, I mean, freestyle. I mean, it helps a little bit because you get to like learn the kind of the mechanics of it a little bit, and then racing it kind of helps. But what he said about like if it can bounce wrong, that's completely true. Like I sometimes I'll hit a jump straight on and like in the air some way it'll like turn a little bit and like it'll like land kind of on it like it'll and then it'll bounce a different way. So
So what one thing that you know you guys are based in California and you guys have a lot of teams around you, you know, like with Tony Canedo, you guys have the Bill Payne crew. You guys have recently been running with Donald and Titan and stuff like that. How is it having guys like that and teams like that to kind of watch you and mentor you in your journey in the full sized?
I mean, we're pretty much a big family. They all saw me grow up from this little 5-year-old kid driving with his dad to now I'm almost 14 driving a full size. So pretty much I look up to them as my mentors. But for your question, it's definitely amazing because they're very experienced. So like they help me a lot when I need to know something. So it's amazing to have those people teach me, and I get the knowledge from them. So yeah.
Last week, I believe, or maybe a few weeks ago, you had a pretty good show with Groths and the Gawley brothers. We ran with them in Montana uh, around June, and always had a good time. And the Gollies are still getting new to the monster truck world, even though they had their monster truck for a few good years. But they're always learning. How was it dealing with those guys at some of the events that you're in?
I love the Groth brothers. One of the most humble people I've probably ever met in my life. Their trucks will be broken, and same with the Grawleys. Their trucks will be broken, and they'll rush to help other people. Like they're very not self-centered. They love to help people, and I love that about them. Like they're so humble.
I think it's so cool in the sport right now in the times that we're in to see this youth movement. You know, you have CJ Ratu starting to drive, you know, the big trucks. You have yourself. Then you have John Zimmer Jr., Zach Garner. You have so many of you young guys getting in the sport now. You know, what do you think about, you know, of, you know, seeing all these other young guys out there and like, what's your thoughts on all that?
I mean, I'm sure they're very excited, and it's very exciting for me because I like I it's cool that I'm driving Bung, but I'm also very excited for the other kids because I'm sure it was their dream, you know? So, it's very exciting watching like the younger kids grow up driving trucks cuz I personally know a lot of people like I've driven with, and it's just a whole bunch of fun just to see those kids like faces light up as soon as they drive. So, that's pretty much yeah.
So, with you driving these now the full size trucks, and now the experience that you're starting to grow, and you're learning every time you're in there, Compared to NASCAR, compared to any other form of sports, the seat time is basically show time. A lot of these guys have practices and stuff like that, but you have to do shows during your runs or during the show. I mean, and
Hmm.
has there any been any technique or advice that have anyone try to explain to you about? And also, has anyone tried to give you feedback about ramp technique and knowing when to, you know, approach a ramp on a jump?
Yeah, definitely Bill Payne and Donald and Tony. They're like the ones that teach me how to do that stuff. Because after a run, they'll be like, okay, you did this really good, but to make it even better, and then they'll tell me what to do, you know?
So at your last show, we found out that you were driving with a broken leg. How did that all happen?
So it happened in practice in football. I pretty much grabbed the kid, I trucked him, and then I tripped, and then I felt someone get up and stomp on my leg. I felt my leg snap, and then I didn't know it was broken. I thought it just was a pop. So I did a one show with it, not even knowing it was broken. I thought it just hurt, and then I got X-rays and I found out it was completely broken. And then I had to get a boot, and then I had to do another show last weekend, and it definitely hurt a little bit when I landed, but it's still fun.
So outside of that too, you juggle with school and you juggle now with sports and football and stuff like that. Um, so you're playing football, you're getting ready for, well, now you need to start healing up, but and show support for your teammates and stuff like that. How long have you been doing football and sports outside of monster trucks?
So this is actually my first year doing football, but I've been doing baseball for I'd say like 5 years, and then basketball for like six. And but pretty much my coaches understand what I do because I like to warn them before I join like any sports, and so they know like I might have to like miss a couple games, miss a couple practices to go do monster trucks, and they're okay with that. And then also my principal and all my teachers know, especially now because I was in the newspaper for my hometown, so they all understand that. And I just pretty much when I go on a show, I do either independent study. Actually, yeah, I just do pretty much independent study every time I leave.
So what's it like, going to school and everybody like knowing that you're a monster truck driver? Like, are people like, holy crap, he drives monster trucks, or is it you're just a normal 13-year-old kid going to school?
I mean, the people that know come up to me and tell me, but most of the people at my school don't really know. So, and I kind of like it that way. I don't want to be looked at this kid that is all bunched up because he's a driver. I'd rather be looked at as a normal kid and not be treated any differently because I'm a driver.
Just wait until you're in high school, and then people are gonna try to get some dirt. Uh, it's still, even though we've been gone for a while, it's still the same old stuff. If people want to know about you, they'll dig about it. And now it's a lot easier to find about you. Before in
Yeah.
our days, there wasn't Google. There wasn't.
Yep.
There was just word on the street or rumors and stuff like that. Not true, and and stuff like that. But nowadays, it's man, you drive a monster truck down the street, people are gonna know about it faster than you know. But
And when you
that's cool that
or you can finish. I'm sorry.
I was saying, good thing you're keeping hold on that stuff, because as soon as you let one wick or a match, it's gonna fire up pretty fast. You know what I mean? So that's cool that you're still trying to hold that together.
Yeah, and like I was talking about, like it's very easy to find. Like you can literally Google the world's youngest monster truck driver, and my name pops up first. Like
I bet that though, like there's certain moments like that you Google world's youngest monster truck driver, you pop up. That's kind of got to be a cool moment for you.
yeah, it's definitely a moment of joy for sure. Like I'm like yeah, like I'm like whoa, that's Vio right there. Like yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So let's talk about the newspaper thing that you had. Did they hear about it through a grapevine? Did your mom and dad talk about it, or how did that media coverage for you happen?
So pretty much regular day. I'm sitting at home playing video games, finishing my homework. I get a call from my dad. He's like, "Hey, do you think you could stop by the shop? I think there's someone here that wants to see you." I go there, and the Press Democrat photographer's there, and he's like, "Hey, I would like to do a story on you for your show this weekend." I'm completely shocked. I'm like lost the words. I'm like, sure. Like I didn't know what to say. So pretty much, that's pretty much how it all folded out.
You know, the one thing that I love about you guys, the younger generation coming up, is the excitement that you guys have for the sport. You know, like I just went to a show this last weekend, and I made a post, you know, talking about it. Like even at 30 years old, I still love the sport, and seeing you guys come up in the sport, it's just such an exciting time, and the passion you guys have. You know, you know, and speaking of that, you know, do you go back and look at some of the old history of the sport, like the '90s stuff, the early 2000s? Do you go back and watch some of that stuff on YouTube ever?
Yeah, definitely. I'm into that. I like watching like the fail compilations where like they just real big and crash, and the backflip compilations. Like it's really cool like to deep dive into like the old stuff that used to happen back in the day that you don't really see the same stuff anymore. So yeah, I definitely go like look on YouTube about like the older stuff that happens.
So now you guys have you and your dad have a game plan in the future also. I know a lot of people wanted to do Monster Jam, but right now in the age driving, they have the 18-year up and stuff like that. But is there any other promoters that you and your dad's been talking about that hopefully if they swing by out west that you guys want to do? Or do you guys look at their rules and regulations because of you being a little bit younger?
So unfortunately, there's probably about a handful of promoters in California. So, but right now there's a few people. I'm not gonna probably any names, but they want me to. They're asking for me to go in like tour and stuff, like over like all across the United States. So, I'm looking very forward to that. And besides that, that's pretty much it. Like we pretty much like just get handed offers, and we most likely will take it.
So what's your goals, you know, throughout the next couple of years driving? You know, are you going to be focusing more on racing, or are you kind of more all around learning how to do stoppies? Kind of what's your mentality over the next couple of years, you know, starting in the big trucks?
I love driving, so I'm definitely gonna we're focused on all around stuff. So learning new tricks, learning how to get better at racing, the whole shebang.
Nice, nice. And that's pretty cool how, Bill and Donald and Tony all been trying to help you out and stuff like that and get you better and understanding. And also giving you pointers technically. Like you said, they go, hey, man, good job, but this is what I would do, or stuff like that. So have you, have they like learned or taught you about, dirt technique or yeah, have you been trying to practice light technique and stuff like that, or hole shots?
So recently, I've been trying to learn how to do stoppies because I tried it in Chico, and it was pretty fun. So it wasn't the best one. So pretty much that's what I'm just trying to learn right now is stoppies. But in the future, definitely trying to learn, get better on my technique on how to hit jumps and stuff like that.
Now,
Better.
is there any plans of possibly getting your dad in the truck at some point?
My dad actually has a truck, but it's just being
Oh.
worked on right now. Yeah, it's over at Dalton's house right now. He's fixing it, and Becky is actually driving it right now.
Okay, it's the old Master Disaster that Zane had, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be
Okay.
cool to see another father and son team come out.
Especially with me being this young.
Yeah.
Hmm. And then you guys saw that ride truck, right? You guys just purchased a ride truck?
We had it, but then we sold it because I don't even know why we sold it. Like I just found out like the day it happened that we were gonna sell it.
Nice,
Well,
nice. You got
Well, hopefully you guys get another one because ride trucks are obviously a good way for to get some experience behind the wheel, learning rear steer and stuff like that. And what's happening with the Mini? Do you guys still have the Mini? Are you guys going to be getting somebody else to drive it? What's happening with the Mini right now?
So unfortunately, I do not have my third scale, which was pretty much the best. Well, it wasn't the best like actual like built truck, but it was like the one that like I got that the most people found out about me and because we sold that. But I do still have my half scale, which is the truck I was just driving, and I think we're sending that back to Florida because we don't need it anymore. But we are still looking for younger drivers right now. I think, like, not even trying to like brag or anything. I think we've gotten like a dozen people like into driving, which really makes me happy. And we're trying to keep finding more people.
Okay, why are you pointing at me, Cheech?
You need to start driving someday, Brad.
You too, though.
I drive a ride truck.
I know. I'm the only one here that hasn't driven anything monster related. I'm sad. All I do is play my rigs or odds, and that's all I do.
So that's the reason why I'm pointing. So why are you acting all lost there, Brad?
I didn't know what you were meaning. it'd be awesome
know
to
exactly what I'm meaning. Out of the three of us, two of us have driven a monster truck, and I have moved a monster truck.
One day, I still dream of it. I still dream of it. I don't care if it's just moving or
someone
driving.
Said, Brad, is there a way, Shane, you can talk to your dad to get a half scale instead of a 3/4?
Okay.
Oh,
listen.
that's what I have. That's my old truck. Yeah, I can show you a photo if you don't know what it looks like.
Listen, my fat ass would not be able to fit in a half scale. Okay, it'd be fat man in a little coat situation.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of big people.
You'd be
Like
surprised, yeah.
I know a lot of people that are like your age and like your size that like drive trucks that are like not the actual full size. They drive either like regular like mud trucks, and then they also drive like the half scales. Because mine came from like an older guy, so that he built it and he would drive as well.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Alan Pizzo drives a half scale truck once in a while.
Yeah. That's who I got my half scale from.
Okay. My dream is still to drive one day. Even though I'm 30, that's still the dream. You know, it's always going to be there.
Yeah, well, push it. Do it. Don't talk about me about it. I had nothing. I started out from nothing.
Yeah. You know, it's but I think
no excuses.
Oh, John says, Brad, I'd love to see that. Well, hashtag get Brad a seat somehow. So,
hashtag
with
Brad works his ass off.
So, with all the people that have been kind of behind you and helping you, who do you like to go up against so far that you've raced against?
Becky, like she's like she's famous, so like I like going against those type of people, and especially since I raced her and stuff. That was pretty fun.
Did she ever put any 2 cents to help you out?
I mean, pretty much just Donald, but I think she told me a few things about racing and stuff, so yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you go here, bud. I know you got some football practice to head to, and we're getting close to that 30-minute mark that we talked about, so I don't want you to be late and, I mean,
I'm good till 6. I'm good.
Oh, you're good till 6?
I don't know. It's 20 minutes for me.
Oh, okay.
If you still want to stay on, or if you want me to leave,
that's your decision. We can have you on as long as you want, or we just don't want to get you in trouble. That's the only thing. I mean, we've been there, done that. I mean, Brad played foosball. I played football. I mean, I know how sometimes coaches are, but sometimes they're cool with it, and then they're like, "Where have you been?" All that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we can continue on, no problem. It's just don't want to get you in trouble. That's all.
Yeah, I'll just stay for another 20 minutes because one of my coaches actually been to one of my monster truck shows, so he understands about the whole thing.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that with your football and stuff. How does the coaches respond to that, especially having one that came to your show?
So, pretty much the coach that came to my show, I pretty much grew up with him because he was my coach for baseball when I started when I was about 6 or 7, and I've been to like his houses because I'm friends with his son, and I'm friends with his I don't know the word, the boy version of a niece.
Nephew?
Yeah, nephew. I'm friends with his nephew.
Okay.
And so I pretty much knew him most of my life, so I decided to invite him to one of my hometown shows, or not hometown, like a couple like 20 minutes away. And so he decided to come, and he said he loved it a lot. So, and then he told pretty much all the other coaches about it, and they understood, and they know when like they understand when I have to like leave practice or like don't go to a game or something for a show. So they understand it all.
So, what has been the best show that you've been to as a fan? Or like in general, like what's your favorite show that you've been to so far?
2017 World Finals.
I was there.
Yeah, especially good. It was pretty cool because I was literally at there with my truck. I didn't drive it, but I was in the pit party.
And that was probably really cool for you, and seeing all the other kids come up to you and be like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to the football kick here since Brad doesn't know anything about that.
I'm a hockey guy.
Well, anyway, so did you ever have a conversation with the coaches about the difference between comparing the two? Because people may not know, like the kids may not know that one good spike. When I say spike, one good awkward landing could probably make it feel like you got hit pretty hard in the football field. Have you had any conversations about the difference between a nice, good moonshot landing compared to a nice, good moonshot hit?
I don't really get hit hard. Like, I'm one of the biggest kids on my team. So, but when I do go against like bigger kids, because some of my like close friends, they're bigger, like kind of like I am. I don't really know how I'm 5'7". My dad's 5'8", my mom's 5'2". I don't even get that. But pretty much, I've never gotten hit hard. I've never gotten laid out in my life. I lay kids out.
Okay, well, still, even maybe having a conversation with your coaches though, explaining them about monster truck landing. Ever had a conversation about comparing the two?
Oh, that's what you asked. So pretty much, what I would think is because I'm pretty sure when you get hit hard in football, it hurts. So when I land and I bottom out my shocks, it feels like I got punched in my stomach, and I get the wind knocked out of me. So pretty much, I say that's kind of what it feels like. Like you're just like kind of sitting there in your truck after a hard landing, like struggling to breathe, kind of ish.
Mm-hmm. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a comment or a question that someone posted on the questionnaire, and it's about that'll probably be the only question here. It's by my roommate Mike Nugent, if you know him. He says, "Who's your pick for goat?" So goat, if people don't know, is greatest. What is it? Greatest ever was, or whatever.
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. Yeah. And why Tom Brady? So he's already assuming that's Tom Brady, which he's from California. He loved the 49ers. His favorite player was Joe Montana. No more than Nuge. Anyway,
my favorite player is Jerry Rice. Like I have a football. Okay. I have a football and a jersey signed by him.
Oh, hey Nuge, he doesn't like Tom Brady.
I like Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher is a good player.
Yeah. Okay, Brad. Brad's goat's probably Wayne Gretzky. So
actually, no, it's not. Believe it or not, mine is.
Oh, well, who is yours?
Captain Canuck, Ryan Smith. Number 94, Edmonton Oilers, baby.
Okay, well, that's good.
All right, that's good. Back to what I was talking about, how I was in the World Finals. I don't know if you could see that, but that is me driving behind Gravedigger at the World Finals.
That is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I wasn't in the show, but I was just like there for the pit party.
Why the name Skull Crusher?
I don't even know. I was young and just decided to pick a random name, so I don't even know.
It's perfect.
For 4 years old or 5 years old, however young I was, I don't know why I thought of the name Skull Crusher, but
hey,
I guess I did.
It's a good name, especially being a football player now.
Yeah.
Hey, we associated Skull Crusher for many years, where me and Cheech come from the MTM2 days, with a guy by the name of Dave Collard. His truck was called Skull Crusher.
But his, I think, started with a C there, Brad.
Yeah. But still kind of, under the same vein, but still.
Yeah. Mine would still be number 66, Mario Lemieux, as the GOAT. So I do have a hockey fan, but I think of that, and then I cannot disagree, even though I'm a Steeler fan, that the GOAT is Tom Brady. So win that many Super Bowls and do what you need to do to win. Okay, I'm done with sports pick. and all that jazz. But
Tom
still,
Brady is a great player, but I wouldn't say he's the GOAT.
yeah, we
But
may say, but
it's your choice, so I'm not even
yeah.
trying to argue or anything.
I just saw a comment from your dad in here. It says Shane picks all the Chuck names. He is calling mine Old Bones. Okay, Nooch. That's not called for. That's not called for, Nooch. At least you didn't put Matthew to Chuck, or else I would have. No.
You know, Johnny is sponsored by
Who?
the eggnog company.
Ugh. Eggnog's
You know
disgusting.
who loves eggnog? Brad.
No, I don't. Stop.
Brad, why don't you do food eating competitions?
Because I can't eat as much as I used to.
You can be like
Because
Kobayashi.
Because I'm trying to take
Water
care of myself
chestnut.
now. See, Shane, this is sometimes how it goes. We just start going into random stuff.
Like, I mean, do you see the people that do eating competitions? They're like freaking ripped.
Or look at Matt Megatoad Stoney. The dude's like skinny.
So why are you telling me? Why are you making that excuse up, Brad?
I mean, you're not big. I don't think
You're not big. Yeah, so you don't have to be big to do it.
I'm trying to get healthy. That's why. So
You're going on a keto diet or whatever that stuff's called?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to watch, like, not eat any sugar,
All
not
I'm
have any
hearing-
sugar.
All I'm hearing is I'm a whiner and I'm making excuses because I'm just a big baby. And
So anyways,
I could possibly do all this food stuff, but he's just making lame excuses. You're just like a Nathan Smith.
Oh
No, I'm just
gosh!
telling you.
Do not compare me to Nader, okay?
It sure sounds like it. I feel like I have a co-host like him.
So, are you into any kind of music? Do you play any instruments, like anything like that?
I am very much into music, but I'm not gonna say my favorite artist or my favorite song because I listen to like rap and stuff. So.
Oh, I love all kinds of music. I'm into hip hop too, so don't worry.
I also listen to country music sometimes too.
Man, I listen to anything. I don't even care. Right now, I'm on a. I don't even know. I think I'm right now in a 5-finger death punch kick right now. Or Ryan Crivero. He's a hip hop artist. But Brad listens to the maple syrup.
No, right now I'm on a huge Metallica
Classified.
kick, especially with the Black Album being 30 years. So I'm
Actually,
huge.
hell, you're on a huge vinyl kick.
Yes, I am. I love vinyl records. Oh my goodness, it's like the greatest way to listen to music in my opinion.
Yeah, your dad says he can't stand your music there, Shane.
He does not like my music at all.
Hi. We listen to everything in our trailer. We have speakers on the trailer doors and stuff like that, so when we're working on the trucks and stuff like that, we'll just play whatever we're playing, and then it's basically based off of the day. If there's a day where no one's really around, we'll just listen to whatever we feel like it. But when people start coming around, taking a look at the trucks, we kind of have to keep it PG. So, we just play anything Will Smith.
Hey, Get Jiggy with It's still a good jam.
It's PG, but still, I'm just saying, Will Smith, keep it clean.
Well, it's like when I just went to Edmonton to a show this weekend and going down with my girlfriend, and she hates my music, and all of a sudden she just puts on Taylor Swift, and I'm just like, just get me out of this van, please.
Man, you're just like, your girlfriend, Brad, just like Nugent over here. That's all we listen to at the shop when he plays his music. Backstreet Boys and Taylor Swift.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Backstreet Boys.
Quiet over there.
I will say this right now. There's nothing wrong with some Backstreet Boys, okay? When Backstreet's Back comes on, that's a jam. That's 100% a jam.
Brad's like a Canadian version of you there, Nuge. He goes, oof.
Oh my goodness.
Isaac Ankum says, looks like he listens to whatever and Jack Harlow.
I've listened to Jack Harlow before, but I listen to Polo G. Is my favorite artist right now.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that is. Probably not, but
No, I've checked out some of his stuff. So I'm into everything. Like even Baby No Money. His music's actually really good too. Young Gravy.
Man, I still listen to Eminem and Lil Wayne and shit. Oh, excuse my French. I still listen to like some probably Post Malone. I still listen to and I don't know, whatever.
Oh,
trips my trigger.
You also got,
Stop lying, Brad. Oh, you're
I'm
in
not
the RC
lying.
cars too. Yeah, Isaac's calling you out.
I'm not lying, Isaac.
Actually, I've been listening to a lot of is like Blackberry Smoke, a lot of like these underground country rock going on. Shoot, I have my cell phone here, but like Bent Whiskey, stuff like that. I've been really been listening to lately. This one guy talks about getting drunk and going to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. I'm like, okay, I'm understand that, whatever.
I wish my Taco Bell was open until 2 a.m.
Ours is. I like Colt Ford,
at
Isaac.
9.
Oh, dang, man! You're definitely in California. That's
and
when
then
the
drive-through closes at 11.
Yeah, is it sad that the taco truck opens later than Taco Bell?
For real.
Okay.
The Taco Bell, freaking the taco truck that I normally have is open before the Taco Bell, and that's like, ours is open until like 11. And then
you guys have Taco Bells that are close. Mine's 4.5 hours away. So yeah.
Well, what time is yours open till? It's probably still 24 hours open, right?
We don't have a Taco Bell close to us.
You have a Taco John's?
No.
What's your guys' taco establishment?
So here in Grand Prairie, where I live, we have Taco Time, which sucks.
Obviously, doesn't show any time.
But Taco Bell, the closest one away, is in Edmonton, and every single time I go, okay, Isaac, Nickelback is underrated. There, I said it. I
like
said it.
Nickelback.
There's nothing wrong with Nickelback,
especially their version of "Double Went Down to Georgia." That's actually a pretty good version of that song, even though they twisted it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with Nickelback.
Silver Side Up is still a great album.
Yeah. You have to listen to some of the stuff Isaac listens to. It's like Skrillex type stuff, or I have to drive the RC competitions, and like some of the stuff that he plays is just like really like his stuff. I can't make it 10 hours straight. Like I could probably deal with Shane's music, but Isaac
definitely not.
Like Isaac just plays that stuff constantly, and then maybe a day to remember. Then he bashes on it for 2 hours, and then he moves on. But outside of that, it's like, it's like listen to Animal Talk.
If I'm in a mood where I want to listen to like a band like Meshuggah, then it's like people get annoyed with me because it's just a constant barrage of down-tuned guitars and double bass for the whole time. So,
wait, do you like Chick-fil-A?
I love Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A even though I'm in Canada.
Oh my god, I get Chick-fil-A like every day.
Oh hell yeah! I get the chicken nuggets and the Chick-fil-A sauce and a Powerade Blue Mountain Blast. I'm good.
I get chicken nuggets, fries, Chick-fil-A sauce, ranch, and a high C.
Get your waffle fries.
Yes, and I have a Chick-fil-A 20 minutes away from me, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I actually found a store in Edmonton that sells Chick-fil-A sauce.
What places do you go to? Where's your go-to fast food joint? Since obviously me and Shane, we talk about our places, and you're just like alienated. So where is your hot spot? The local bar? The Burger King?
Obviously McDonald's. I love me some chicken nuggies. Can't go wrong. Then our A&W here is different than your guys's. The menu items are completely different. That's probably about it.
Like, how about Tim's?
Well, Tim Hortons, yeah, but now like my girlfriend's obsessed with Starbucks, so we always skip Tim's now.
Starbucks is so good.
Yeah, she always gets the strawberry acai refresher lemonade thing. That's
I
what
get
she
the
always
strawberry
gets.
refresher or a white chocolate mocha.
See,
I don't even go there.
that's a good drink too. But like, we do have some like local places. I went to a bar in the West Edmonton Mall the other day, which was kind of like an old school rock and roll bar, which was like awesome. Like jamming out to Journey, eating a cheeseburger. Like, what can be any better?
So, I mean, we're talking about fast food. So right now, it's McDonald's is your go-to?
Mainly, Harvey's. We have a place in Canada here called Harvey's. It's a pretty good
Is
burger
it Hardee's?
chain. Harvey's.
Harvey's, okay.
Yeah.
You
I
said
was saying
Arby's.
We have
No,
that.
Harvey's.
There's some like local places to like Edmonton, a place called Peter's Drive-In, which is really good. Stuff like that. But if it's anywhere just quick and easy, it's normally McDonald's.
So is it called Harvey's?
Yeah, Harvey's. Best hack at McDonald's though, and this is my favorite thing. I call it the poor man's Big Mac. Is you get a McDouble made like a Mac. Poor man's Big Mac. So good, so cheap.
What is better, Big Mac sauce or Chick-fil-A sauce?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A
Big Mac sauce is Thousand Island dressing.
Big Mac sauce all the. Oh no, Chick-fil-A sauce all the way. But Big Mac sauce,
Okay.
From time to times. But like the best, Brandon, Peters in Calgary is way better. I'm gonna go there, Brandon, my fellow Albertan there. So I'm gonna be definitely checking that out. But
So it's
another
a nice
good,
little burger joint.
yeah, it's really good stuff. Another good delicacy here in Canada is a donair, especially in East Coast Canada. But a donair is like, oh my god, best drunk food ever.
I like how we just transitioned from talking to all about monster trucks to all about food spots, and
That's how our podcast is. You listen to Dan Patrick. Me and him talked a good 30 minutes of monster trucks and an hour about his collection of guitars and amplifiers. Like, I mean, that's straight up it. Like, I mean, I talked to like Denver Empicamp, and like he talks about hunting and stuff like that. Christian Norman, we talk about drums. It's just it doesn't really matter. It's just more to what you like. It's not like we're not like the guys over there in Michigan and Texas that talk about monster trucks all the time. We talk about other things outside of that, and we want to know about the driver. We want to know what they do. It's not just, I know for a fact your mind is not 24 hours monster truck, monster truck, monster truck, monster truck, monster truck. Like, for instance, our next week's guest, Joey Sylvester, we talked about BMX bike riding. We talked about, his obsession with diesel and, the coffee world and stuff like that. We just talk about everything. Like, there are some episodes where I talk to RC racers that drive RC monster trucks, but that's what they do. It's just, we just like to talk more about what you guys like to do. That's how we roll. I'm trying to get a photo of the Harvey's burger.
Okay, let me ask you this, Shane.
One second. How do you upload a photo?
You go
live?
You go to brand, and then add overlay.
Okay, that's it.
So okay,
Cool.
We haven't asked this question in a long time. Shane, what's your favorite kind of pie?
pumpkin pie.
Oh God, no.
Actually, no. Blueberry pie.
Okay, good. Pumpkin pie is still trash. I'll say it from now until eternity. Pumpkin pie is
In my
trash.
opinion, pumpkin pie is not the worst, but
Dan's doing something.
he's probably trying to like upload a photo or something accidentally, like leave studio.
But no, like with the podcast, we just kind of like to keep it relaxed. Like if we're after a show, shooting the crap, like that's kind of what we do. We don't do a normal format. So, but your dad says, "Oh, Shane likes food." So
I definitely like food.
Are you there, Cheech?
Yeah. Stupid. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, good. Well, you can't see me because my stupid camera. Gosh darn it.
Okay. Do you believe pineapple belongs on pizza?
Yes.
Good. I like that
Oh
answer.
my gosh, no, terrible, bad idea.
Wait, what?
Would you rather
Pineapple
just
on
get
pizza?
pineapple on pizza, or would you just have Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian pizza. I love Hawaiian.
Okay, let's see here. Do you like eggnog?
I've never had it before.
Don't.
Good. Brad loves it.
No, I don't. I hate it.
Brad loves it. He's like, oh, so good.
It's the worst thing in the world.
If you
He
want,
said
I
it's
could
so
pull up some
good.
photos. Like, I could share my screen and pull up some photos of my truck and stuff if you guys want to.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, let me see if I could. This one. Okay, and you can pull it up, I think. Okay, so pretty much, this is my truck now. If you haven't seen it already, hold on, let me try to find a photo. This is me a couple weekends ago with Donald. This was a couple days ago. This was Saturday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is a good photo of my truck. This was a few weeks ago, so this is pretty much if you haven't seen it, this is what my truck looks like right now.
And Michael Arndt did the rap, which he does an awesome job.
Yes, it's amazing. And this was me in the front page of the Press Democrat. Oh, not to flex or anything.
Big flex.
This is what I used to drive. This is a half scale. This is what they call a half scale.
Okay, what was it powered by?
Pretty sure it was a 4-something small block Chevy.
Okay.
You could kind of see I thought it was on me. This is when I was about 6. This is when I was in a parade. So this was like the first truck I ever drove. This is what it looked like.
This is awesome.
Yeah. And then this is another good photo. This is in San Diego, I think.
Look at that. And then have you met Colton? I know he has the other Predator style chassis truck with American Scout. Did you ever have a chance to talk to him? And
I mean, I've never seen him in person, but yeah, I've talked to him before. And this is the Prowler chassis and everything. We took the body off. This is the first body design we had.
okay, the square body truck.
Yeah, but then we decided to go with the
what got you to pick that instead of the square body?
I don't know. My dad kind of like decided to decided to put it as that. And then this is like a couple years ago. I think this was like 2018 or 2019. This is me in front of this is who I was driving with back then. Let me see if I can go back to like a long time ago. Oh yeah, this photo. That was a long time ago. Let's see. Me in front of Rodney Tweety. Or I was driving.
Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hot Rod.
This was me a long time ago as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Definitely been a long journey.
Tell you what. Do you have photos from your very first show?
I have a video. I have a video. Let me go on YouTube real quick. I'll show you it was not the very first show, but the very first crash I had. Let me go.
When the hell did you get a chance to meet Jay Leno?
Oh, it was at my monster truck show. We don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where is it? Right here. I was 7. It's kind of a bad photo because it was a long time ago, but the quality is kind of terrible. I'm sorry. But
using that flip phone?
Yeah.
The Potato Cam 9000?
The Potato Cam 9000. This is in a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos if you guys want to go check it out.
There's a lot. Was that a good shiner right there when you got you had that rollover? Did it kind of wake you up a little bit?
Yeah. I loved it, though. I loved it. Yeah, this is me with Jay Leno. My mom got a photo with him, too. Yeah. It was a pretty special moment. This was, I think, 2017. I was very young in this photo.
Look at that.
This is the first show. This is the first show. This was the first show ever.
Looking like a boss.
Yeah. Or it was the second show, actually. My bad. But I was very young in this photo. Oh, that was after the crash. You could kind of tell. Yeah.
Any cage damage?
I think there was a couple dents, but like that was it. I brought my truck and then a spare truck, and we met the Air Force and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Um, this is my cat. Yeah, pretty cool. Um,
He looks angry.
yeah, pretty angry. This was. I'll just show this video. This is my one of my first. This was my first indoor arena show.
You
We
went
kind of
over the
like,
cars too.
yeah, we kind of like makeshift the roof so it would fly off into the crowd. Kind of like this little fun thing. Yeah, you could kind of see me like turning and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool, especially since it was my first time in an indoor arena. I wish there was more jumps in it though, but this is pretty much all I had to drive with. It's not that good because like I was young, but yeah.
So why did you guys go away from the square body Chevy body?
I don't know. I'm actually not even sure, but I think we're trying to get it. We're trying to get the same body style as Eric Swanson right now because that body is sick. I love that body style.
Oh, the
Old school Ford.
Yeah, this is my truck right here. This is a good, decent photo of a long time ago, but yeah.
Man,
More
if you
photos.
Photoshop that, it looks like a Raminator RC truck.
It does kind of a little bit. You can kind of tell.
Yeah, with the little cradle that has the man.
Hey, Chicha,
Hey,
put
you-
those
you might-
pictures of Harvey's in the chat there, or the.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Man, I need to get myself a better computer.
Yeah, this was my first show. I was 5 years old in this photo.
And I look at you now, all these years later, and you're doing the full size thing
Yeah.
now, which is
This
awesome.
is like
You guys
more of a
still have
better
those-
photo.
You guys still have those chrome rims?
I'm not sure, but if I could find it, this is me on a podcast a long time ago.
Your dad says the square body we had was a horrible mold. Everything fit real bad. We might trade a different body from Trey Myers.
What shows that right there? Go down, go down, go down. Right there. No, nope. Where you were
Right here?
just at. It looks like you were with the Raminator guy. Down,
Oh.
below Dennis.
This right here.
Below Dennis. No, below the hat. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
This right
What
here.
show is that? Yeah, I think there's a lag going on. It's with the Ram crew shirt.
Oh, this guy. All right.
Yeah, that's Mike Miller. But what show is that?
I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. That's all I remember. But yeah, it was me with a couple fans. You know, this is the first show, or one of the first shows I drove with Bill Payne. So that was pretty.
How
pretty
is it
awesome.
working with them? It probably gotta be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's such a chill guy. He makes like his crew and everything. They're all so nice. They make awesome tracks. So,
I will share that same sentiment with Bill. Bill, anytime I've got to do stuff with them, it's always a riot. And Bill is one of the nicest dudes I've been able to be around in the sport myself. So
And you
Yeah, I
post
had,
this
like, a little-
picture.
Yeah, I had a little pop up shop at the World Finals, so that was pretty cool.
So let's talk about Kid KJ. I know you ran with him a few times, and I know I mean it sucks for the loss of him. But how was he? How was the team? How was Todd? They were growing an empire with the mini monster trucks, and
Yeah,
it got to be pretty cool that you were even part of that.
yeah, we're all like this, kind of like a big family, you could call it, because we're all so close. I mean, besides the fact that they live in Florida and I live in California, yeah, I say we're pretty close with each other. Like our whole, like we're pretty much like kind of like a pack, and they're all so nice and like they're so kind. It's very tragic that he had to pass away that young.
I just saw a picture there of you with Lloyd Massey.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Lloyd.
that was when I was 5 or 4. I'm not really sure. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Oof.
This was me again. That was my half scale. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know if it's showing yet, but yeah. I mean, yeah. that's
So
pretty
how
much
did
it
you
for
like
my
that?
scale.
So how did you like that half scale Allen chassis? I mean, obviously now you guys must have liked it. And continued on buying his full size trucks. Well, that was a PEI, but still that was a Allen still
Yeah.
owned it. But how was running that little fifth scale? I'm not fifth scale, half scale truck.
I mean, I love the truck. I beat the death out of it sometimes, but it held up. Like it was probably one of it was yeah. Well, I mean, obviously my full scale is my right now my favorite truck, but back then it was definitely my most favorite truck for sure, for sure. I'll
Did you
try to
ever
find the
wanted to?
video, but
Did you ever wanted to have a? Did you and your dad ever talked about saying that'd be pretty cool if there was a half scale league, where you can race other kids, and I know someone tried to do that. I mean, Joey did, and hopefully that will turn out more successful. You know, um,
mhm.
nice, Brad. Anyway,
I don't know what the heck that was.
hey, you got him all hip hop, Shane. Now he has to get all the hip hop songs out. We're dusting off the mid 2000s right there with the lean what. Anyway, so what my question is, have you and your dad talked about like ever, seeing if there was ever like a league to run your mini monster truck?
I mean, I w- I think we talked about it at one point, but I don't think it ever happened.
No,
So I wish it
yeah,
happened though.
Oh, those
that
lap
was pretty
wheelie.
good. That
Yeah,
was nice right there.
got some
Oh
decent
yeah.
aim this video. Let me try to find that video actually, right here. You kind of gotta watch it for a little bit, and then it'll pop up that big air. Kind of got a little sloppily. Yeah, I love this truck. This truck was so nice. Yeah, this truck was probably the most fun I had when it came to driving, or back then. But my full size definitely my favorite now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, with you learning, I mean, with the full half scale truck, did
Hmm.
it did when you transitioned to the full size truck, were you nervous about anything different, or was it kind of like, okay, I'm completely understanding what's going on here, and it's kind of similar to this half scale truck?
I mean, yeah, definitely. It was a for my full size or my half scale to my full size. Definitely a big upgrade. So you can definitely say that for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is when we sanded most of the body down, and then we just sent the chassis down, and then we sent it over to get it powder coated to look like this. Wait for it to load, but yeah. And this is the first time we saw the design for the truck.
Looks pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. And then where is it? Yeah, this is my first time at a like it was at like a little pop up thing for my hometown ish thing. It was like kind of like one of those drive through things.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my first stoppie. Pretty cool. Yeah,
So
this is last
what
weekend.
was the whole changes from the old Patrick truck to now? What did not Donald, but Bill had to do to uh make the right up to date
Um,
for it?
I don't even know. I think we just like I think I just rebuilt the whole thing, put new, pretty much everything in. Like we put a new, like yeah, pretty much everything. I think the only thing we possibly didn't change was the seat that he changed, but that doesn't really count. So,
Well,
yeah,
we got a
So
confirmation from your dad that says everything. So
yeah.
well, here's the Harvey's joint, if anyone cares, and
yeah,
they make that.
That was actually pretty good.
yeah. You can get like it's weird having a burger. You can get like you can get tzatziki on it if you want. You can get cucumbers, black olives, like it, and they have their own sauce called Harv sauce, which is pretty good. So and then they have like specialty poutines and so. It's
I was
pretty
trying to
good
get your
food.
dad on, but he said that you're the showstopper. So, uh,
Yeah, once he gets his truck, we'll do it again.
Oh,
all right,
100%.
yeah, yeah. But is there any social media people can follow you at?
Um, Instagram, Facebook, and that's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
My Instagram here. I'll share my screen again.
Hey,
Oh,
Dad, what's
hold up.
up?
Let me share the right thing, 'cause I'm pretty sure I could do that, right? Yeah, there we go.
We're going to edit stream. There we go.
So pretty much this is my Instagram. Yeah, you can follow me at, and then my Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Okay.
Or you could just follow my dad's Facebook, right there.
Oh, let me put it back up here. Oh. Yeah, your dad just said the truck ended up being junk. We should have just built a new one from scratch. It was a huge learning lesson.
Yeah, the truck was definitely terrible when we first got it, because it is like a decade old, so or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, are you guys gonna continue on with it, or your dad's gonna consider buying a new one?
I think it's doing pretty good right now, but I'm not sure. I think we're probably gonna buy another one, and probably get it and upgrade it to like just have an extra one probably. But right now we're looking to get a different hauler for the trucks, because our hauler right now not that good, even though it has like a really good looking wrap on it. Yeah, it's not the best.
Gotcha. Man, yeah, it's cool having you on. It was a lot longer than I expected. The way you were talking about in the chat seemed like you're ready for football and stuff like that. And like you said, you stayed on, and we had a pretty good talk. We talked about everything from food to monster trucks to football. Brad's goat. You know, it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. But
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna get on going now. So, thank you
all
so
right,
much
man.
for having me on the show. Hopefully I can be on it again.
Oh yeah,
Definitely, man.
we will. We'll do.
And
We'll do.
yeah, so have a great day.
All right.
I'm gonna go play some football. Actually, I
All right.
can't. I'm a broken leg, but
You'll
yeah,
watch
so I'll see
other
you guys next
people
time.
play football
Peace.
later.
Catch you later.
All right, so
Let's talk some news.
yeah, so like we said, thank you to all our sponsors. Next week, we're the person that has been with us since the beginning, Mr. Joey Sylvester. He's a catch us up to date on his summertime, also of his upcoming events with the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and in what's new, because there have been a lot going on since last year. You know, he had they just added another truck, which was an old truck, but they modified it, did tons of work to it, build a ride truck, doing a bunch of stuff. He's getting married. That's another awesome thing too. So Joey's will be back on for the third time, actually the fourth time in our social media platform. Out 2 interviews with him, with audio. We also had a live stream of one of the very first live streams ever with his product, with High Octane Coffee, with us. We had that going on at the same time.
He was our very first guest ever.
Yeah, very first guest ever. And then this is going to be the second interview that we have through the live stream too. So he's going to be on also.
And for that one, I will not be there. I'm going to be on vacation with my girlfriend, traveling through Alberta. I'm not coming to the state, sadly, with all the restrictions and everything still. So Cheech will be going that one alone. I'm going to be traveling through Alberta, seeing some sights, and just enjoying being with my girlfriend. So,
hey, look, guys, I'm riding a furry tractor. It's a bear.
oh, okay.
You ever seen Anchorman before? Has
Long-
Anchorman even came out yet in Canada?
A long time. I've seen it a long time ago. It's been years.
Oh, well, there's a scene where the guy, Steve Carell's driving. Hey, guys, look, I'm riding a furry tractor.
I love
It's a bear.
Steve Carell in that movie.
So,
But
go
I
ahead.
actually got to go see some trucks this weekend. I got to go to the Castrol Raceway show there in Edmonton. Only went for the Saturday show, the COVID Krusher event. It was actually a really good event. I was even though it was only 4 trucks, it was action packed and it was fun, man.
Nice. And then, what was the 4 trucks there? Go ahead, talk about it.
So the 4 trucks were the Roughneck and Creep Behavior team, Jared Vogel and why am I forgetting his name? Jason Court. And then you had Perry Como and Ryan Como come up from Ontario there with Rat Nasty and Loud and Dirty. So they kind of played it off as Alberta versus Ontario. And I believe the day that I was there, Creep Behavior with Jared Vogel won the racing event. And then they did some Redneck Racers, which is just some like $500 beaters going around the oval track. some freestyle motocross, some mega trucks. And then they did a wheelie competition, which kind of turned out to be a mini freestyle, which Loud and Dirty was having some technical issues at that moment. Not too sure what was going on. Roughneck came out a little bit after and still did his run. He had I believe it was an oil pump issue, if I'm correct. Then some more freestyle motocross, a crane drop, some more mega trucks, some more redneck racers, and then ended up with some freestyle. And Ryan in Rat Nasty put on one hell of a show. Definitely best run of the night in my opinion. Great airtime. Loud and Dirty was still down, so it was good. And they announced that they're coming back to Castro Raceway next year for a full-on Throwdown Joe. Brandon says time for their oil pressure on Rough. Okay. Brandon is one of the crew guys for the Roughneck Crew Behavior team. Awesome dude, Brandon. Awesome props to you for what you guys do there. And so next year Throwdown will be back at Castro Race, so I am hoping to be there. Gonna hopefully do some coverage for the podcast and maybe get some interviews when I'm there. And so it was awesome to do that and finally get to see some trucks. With the pandemic here in Canada, nothing's really happened. So it's awesome that I was able to go there and enjoy myself. And then some of the mega trucks were awesome. There was one called #Kill that had 2,500 horsepower, which sounded absolutely nasty. So it was cool to see.
That's awesome. That's some monster trucks in your taste. Now, I'm going to clear the air here. Yesterday, I came up with the idea, and yesterday, I am going to do another live stream / podcast. Here's the kicker. I'm still on here. I'm not leaving. This is a monster truck theme, motorsport type podcast, live stream type deal. This other group I'm going to have with Philip Norman, it's a random, funny, subjective. So it's called Cheech and Fildo and Talks. So it can be like Cheech and Fildo. Our first episode is sports. We talk about sports. Our next episode after that is like dating. Just normal topics in life.
Randomness.
Food, randomness.
So from what I'm gathering, it's kind of like a morning radio show, but as a podcast form, as a live stream form.
Yeah, and just joke around, random sense of humor, funny stuff. It's not. We may talk about one episode of Monster Trucks because it's our past history. Well, it's currently still my history, but for Phil, it's a past. But still, we talk about traveling, food, toys, Japanese stuff. It's just random stuff. Canada. We'll talk about stories about Canada. It's just not just that. So people don't get. I know a lot of people were talking about that, especially when Brad showed his post. It didn't mean anything like that whatsoever. No. He was showing his appreciation of what we've been doing since day one at this podcast. I'm not leaving this podcast. No. I just wanted another platform. See, Brad does his platform with the American Truck the American Truck Simulator, or video games and stuff like that. Brad's not leaving this one. He's just doing another thing. Yeah. He also helps his brother out with his stuff too. I don't know if he still do.
Yeah, but, sometimes I do. Sir Nickington, go check him out.
Yeah, so I mean that's still he's still doing that. He's still part of this. It's the same thing with me. I'm just branching out and doing something else. I'm trying to get a program for everyone, and it's just going to talk about just that. So the show's called Cheech and Fildo, and it's going to be every Monday night, same time period as this one, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time. West Coast, it's 5 p.m. So it's around that time, and it's like a time. We're gonna try to do an hour long, but we'll maybe shoot between an hour and a half, and we'll just do the live stream. Basically, I'll record it, and may start putting episodes on, making a podcast platform on podcast.co, and go from there. But until then, we're just gonna make it as a live stream type deal, and it's only gonna be on Facebook as of right now. And we're going to start off. So we have a Twitter. So if anyone wants to go and talk about Twitter stuff, we can do that. It's going to be Cheech and Fildo. and we'll go from there. But we'll start out small and just see what everyone likes and watch and stuff like that, and go from there. But also viewer discretion is advised.
Yes.
Language is gonna be
it's not family friendly.
no, it's not going to be family friendly. Just giving you guys heads up that, I mean, compared to what we have, we do have some slip ups and stuff in this one, but we're trying to make it as family friendly as we can with this
Yep.
Crush This podcast. But this other one, if you have a sense of humor and you want a good laugh and you want to have a good time, and you enjoy random improv, this is it. I base this. Another main reason why I base this is because of the comedy fiasco of Robin Williams. Just how he did everything randomly and just made everything so. I mean, be honest with you, most of the time Robin was up there on some type of stuff,
Yeah.
but his idea naturally when he was clean and sober was still the same. And he was random and everything like that. And that's what we're trying to do. Random improv and talk about subjects and just have a good time. Good laugh and just talk about stuff. So this week's episode, Monday night's the world premiere, is just sports. We'll just have a good time too. Comments above. It's on Facebook, so please like and stuff like that. And we'll just talk to you guys on the comments also. So that's the way it goes. We're just gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be a simple outcome of raminess, and maybe we're gonna just branch out to YouTube and stuff like that. But right now, we're gonna start off slow with Facebook, and then we go from there. So
I'm excited, man. I'm pumped, and to see what you guys are gonna come up with.
yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not gonna let go of the ship of this one when.
Nope, this one won't die, man. We've put too much time and effort into this, and it's not dying. Also, I did miss last week because of some technical issues, so we didn't get the Canadian word of the day in last week.
That's it. Go right there.
We have the Canadian word of the day today.
Hey, hold up, Brad. Hold up. Canadian word of the day.
The Canadian word of the day is twofer. So basically, it's describing a 24 pack of beer. So, good to go to the liquor store and get yourself a twofer, eh? Good to go pound down a twofer over the weekend, thereabouts. And also, twofer can also mean the May long weekend. Here in Canada, we call it May 2 for a long weekend. So it kind of is two sayings. So there you go. The Canadian word of the day is twofer. So 24 or twofer. So that's the Canadian word of the day.
That was Bradshaw's Canadian word of the day.
Oh my god. Oh sheesh.
I mean, you know what you need to do?
What?
Is have your buddy from church who sings and just record that vocally and just be like, play.
I'll just
Canadian
get my buddy.
word.
I'll just get my buddy Doug DeNance to do it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Because Doug's awesome.
Brad's
The Canadian word of the day.
But
so, and the next week's will be pre-recorded as I will be traveling. So Cheech, I'll send that video to you at some point this week and figure out what word
just put
to
it
say.
on here. Just put it on. Can you just put it on here?
Yeah,
and then
I'll
I'll just click on it and we'll just do that at the beginning time. But also on another serious platform here, November 20th, the HBR Classic RC and Open House is still going on. There's hotels around the area. Holiday Inn, Super 8 in Rantoul, and a bunch in Champaign. I'll post that into the event page. I have the event page shared on Crush This and on my personal page also. So go ahead, and if you guys are in the RC racing, I need to. Lee just described that to his boy. Shane likes that stuff too, so I need to go ahead and bring that up too. But sorry about not bringing that up. But anyway. We got some RCs and stuff like that. And then we'll be in Michigan for next week and stuff like that. So go ahead and check out our schedule at raminator.com and take a look at that. But really, it's pretty cool that this is growing and other RC racers are pushing along. And thanks to Horizon, Cal RC, J Concepts, and JB Scale Graphics, and Children's Racing Products. A lot of these guys are helping me out with everything. One Up Racing. Go check out their job on dealing with JB Scale Graphics. They do wrapping for the trucks too, so go check that stuff out. But it's gonna be pretty cool to have that going on. So November 20th, 7:30 a.m.
One second.
Go, yeah.
Dan Chiche presents the HBR Classic. I had to kind of do a funny thing there too.
I like it. Anyway, you know what you need to do is do that with echoes in the background. Classic.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome to Dirty Gauze's HBR Classic.
See, no. When you open up the doors for that, you should have it on a button so it just plays that as soon as people walk in.
Classic. Welcome. What about some idiot goes back and forth the door? You'll hear, welcome. Then he starts sounding like Fozzie Bear. Waka. And then you break it. I'll call you, Brad, and be like, you know what just happened? Some a-hole just kept on going back and forth in the door, going back and forth.
It would probably be Isaac.
Isaac, yeah. John be like, might as well just convert it to Sunday. Even though it's a Saturday.
Actually, when I was heading to the monster truck show with my girlfriend, that's what I was like doing. I'm like, Saturday.
Yeah. You almost have that Vince McMahon. You're fired.
You're fired. Life sucks, then you die.
On that bombshell, guys, thank you for being on. And Brad, hopefully you have a good vacation. Like I said, next week we'll have Joe Sylvester, which I think coffee. Also like to thank Jay Concepts, Justin Stories, Making Tracks. Go check that out. Amazon.com, $10 a pop, or private message him and he'll hook you up. 6B Apparel, $100 a pop for these crew shirts. Ooh. And ow. And yeah, baby girl. Anyway,
oh my gosh, what has happened to us?
I don't know. Anyway, that's $100 a pop. Message me and Brad. These are the legit, they are the crew shirts. Like, we're the only podcast right now that has this, thanks to 6B Apparel for what they're doing. There's ideas for hats. We're gonna go through 6B and maybe some t-shirt merchandise and go from there. 6B's been helping us out a lot. Chris has been rocking the set ever since we've been talking to him about stuff like that. And these are awesome. I mean, Joey has it. Jason has it from J Concepts. So they have it. A lot of people have been buying them, when they first started. But we wouldn't mind having some more help. And
you better buy our shirts or else.
1, 2, we're coming for you. But don't say Bradshaw in the front of the mirror. He's gonna disappear like that, and then he's gonna be like Biggie Smalls. The South Park reference. Yeah, see, Brad should be coming out right there. Okay, he's right there. Anyway,
wait there, I'm on the side you were trying to do.
Anyway, yeah, I'd be much obliged if anyone would be helping out. We'll look into it too with the t-shirts and stuff like that. Decals are up and running. They're $5 a pop. I'm sorry, guys, for this time around. The only people that really get the decals are the ones that are on the show. Our stars. We like to kind of put them on the monster trucks. If you guys want some, it's going to be $5 a pop. Last batch that I did, I gave away more than I sold, and I'm sorry, guys. So we'll try to figure something out. But yeah, we're gonna get the decals back and running too. So that's it for the merchandise side of it. We are not going to be running a website. 1, I can't run it. 2, Brad can't run it.
No.
3, we don't want to run it. So
and you know what, guys? Like, go support the Throttle Out show too.
Hey, Brad. Enough with that. We'll be all right.
Hey, just
All
show our
right.
friends love. Hey, we're all in this together.
Anyway, let's just be going on here. We're just kidding around. Joking aside, we're not taking any personal hits or anything like that. Brad's just being a doofus, and Brad will say goodnight, so long, farewell, and all that jazz. But all kidding aside, I always like little taking jabs, but we always have love with those guys. Their sense of humor is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, Brad likes to, you know, we like to be America sometimes and, you know, give stuff and then, get slapped in the face. So, um, like the Canadian people they are. We don't like you, Brad.
Because we're too nice, right?
Yeah, we're too nice. But no, just kidding aside, go show some support and stuff like that, and go from there. We have a good time. They have a good time, and all that jazz. I have to voice my opinion because sometimes I have nothing against Mister Austin Tweedy and Harley. Those guys are cool cats, but sometimes Mister Spence, you put your foot in your mouth a lot, and yeah. So anyway, outside of that note, uh, I have no problems whatsoever with the guys. It's just there's a little offcation, but we do miss, some of the monster trucks of the West Coast guys, and
Yep.
we miss, some of the other guys, Mastercast and all that stuff. But if you guys Monster Trucks Retro Review, hosted by Matt Schultz, I mean
Josh Rhodes.
and
and you know what? I want to put this out there. If it wasn't for Jeff Richards and Monster Truck Radio all those years ago, we wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't. The idea wouldn't have came up in my brain for this. So all of these shows, it's all thanks to Jeff Richards and Monster Truck Radio and what he did back in the day.
Right. But like I said, show love to everyone, like Brad did. I was just BSing with him. But like Brad said, show love to everyone. It's a form of entertainment throughout the whole, podcast world. So go ahead and show some love and all that stuff. I just wish some of the guys would come back, but sometimes they're just busy. Phil's a new AV manager, so congratulations on that, Phil. I know he's doing stuff with sometimes the monster truck collecting side of it, but dang, he got the AV manager, position with Monster Jam, and that's a pretty cool thing.
Yep.
And shoot, who was the other guy?
Vince
is doing some not volunteer, I think firefighting. He's getting himself into that stuff too. So that's pretty cool. And then, obviously the monster truck, the monster cast, Cam is doing his thing with Too Extreme like he always does. And then, we have, Mason's doing stuff in San Diego. So it's okay. I always take shots fired, and I always take shots on anyone, and
in all reality, it's love. It's love and respect between all the camps. Sometimes we can talk crap on each other, but in the end of the day, we're all in this together and providing everybody with entertainment in different forms.
I mean, we didn't learn about this platform until we found out from MonsterCast, and heck, Throttle Out didn't know about this platform until we showed them. So there's different forms of information that we all share and stuff like that, and just try to make everyone better, and that's what we try to do. And then that's the way everything goes up, and sometimes it's good. Sometimes it could be bad.
Yep.
But in this case, we're not getting paid.
No.
I mean, the people that are here, all these people like High Octane J Concepts, they give us stuff to give away. Justin Stories, yeah, he did, but we're producing his book, Back Channel Productions. We share ads. JB Scale Graphics, we just bring their name up, and he helps me out with decal stuff like that. 6B, he gives us a pretty cool discount on what we need to do to bring our product out of the chain, like the crew shirts and t-shirts and hats and stuff like that, and he helps us out doing that way. So we're not really getting paid. We only got paid by one sponsor, but still, we're doing this out of our own thing and our own passions. So if
Yep.
there's other people doing passions, don't interrupt me, Brad. And we're doing our own passions and stuff like that. I know your brain's ticking right now
No.
and stuff like that, but I'm on a roll. You zip that mouth right now, or you get booted. And there you go. I'm just. It's like the broski and RKO. Um, but they. We're doing this all in our free time. We don't have to do this. Brad could be jamming out right now with his drums. I could, be still at the shop working right now. We're just doing this out of our own wholesome of our heart, and so why not help other people out? I did skits for the Monster Cast, and I pop in occasionally. When we did I didn't. I just helped out a little bit with Monster Cast and stuff like that with their videos and their questions and stuff like that, and then we just help out with the Throttle Out group. We help out with whoever. It's not really I mean, yeah, we like to have likes and stuff like that and people watching, but a lot of times it's just out of our own decency. So, and one thing with me, guys, don't take my stuff seriously. If you take my stuff seriously, don't be on this podcast and don't watch it again. I'm full of sarcasm, rock and roll, and driving fast. So it's the way it goes, and you'll know. Brad can test. When you tick me off, you'll know.
Oh yeah.
And that's not me. I like to take jabs because I know those guys personally. I got. Let me be clear. I knew Austin and Harley. Hell, I know Harley because of BJ. Spence. I got Spence in the monster truck world. He was asking me questions left or right when he did Detroit and stuff like that, and I put my name. I helped him out to get his job in the Monster Jam because I was throwing in his name in the hat during the shop. So, that sometimes I like to bust people's balls.
Yeah,
and
that's in
is.
between me and Cheech too, because some people might get upset, how me and Cheech talk back into each other, but we're like brothers, and we talk smack to each other, and we know that we're not serious about it, and we at the end of the day we can laugh.
The only thing serious, he knows what hockey team's better.
Okay. I know you're joking there, but in all seriousness, no, like we love doing this. It's our passion.
Cool.
And I'm just grateful that there's other podcasts out there and giving more great content. I love it that it's not just us. There's so many other people. You get your refill.
No, I haven't used it because they peeled that tag off.
Get your refill of some Pepsi there.
This was a 2017 one. Oh no, the main pop for the Penguins is RC Cola.
Oh, okay.
So they have 7-Up, root beer, A&W.
See,
stuff like that.
7-Up for us here in Canada is owned by Pepsi. So.
Oh really? Well, it's over. So Dr. Pepper, A&W, RC, 7-Up, they have some type of deal with Coke. So Coke kind of fills up their stuff. But
Yeah,
they
so-
don't. But they kind of branch it off to a point where it's like not related. They're their own. It's kind of like how, example, in NHRA. So you have Don Schumacher Racing,
Yeah.
then you have Cruz Petragon. Don hooks Cruz up with some of their old crew car chiefs, old cars,
Okay.
bodies, stuff like that. But they're still a separate entity.
Yeah.
So Cruz's team is still its own team, but it kind of uses stuff that Don Schumacher has, but Don Schumacher doesn't say they're part of their team. Kind of like the same difference with the Coke products.
Okay.
Saying,
'Cause,
okay,
like,
we still use your stuff, but you're not really part of Coke.
Yeah, because like here in Canada, Pepsi distributes, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, all they Crush products, and then here in Canada, Coke does, Coke, obviously Pepsi, no, not Pepsi, A&W root beer, all those other brands like Fanta. So they mainly do that, but no, like I'm grateful for the community that we've been able to build here with Crush This and all the support that you guys show us. And we wouldn't be doing this without you guys, and it's just I'm very appreciative of Cheech and everybody else here that has made this successful as it has been for the last 6 to 7 years we've been doing this. So I'm very thankful for everybody.
Yeah. And also thank you to the people that watch our podcast. I mean, it's not like I mean, it's people in the industry I know and a lot of fans, and thank you for being supportive for us and everything you guys have done. We do appreciate that, and it's pretty cool that you guys been listening. And then I'm still trying to figure out the people that from Germany that still listens to our podcast, but I don't know. But thank you to all the Brits. Thank you to all the Canadian Brits. You guys still run by the Queen, and thank you to all Americans that
America.
listen and stuff like that. Thank you for all the people that listen. It's just a good time. We
Yep.
we just bull crap and that's the way it goes.
It's like we've always said since we started doing this live version. It's like we're talking around after a show with a couple drinks. That's just how we do it, and it just works out that way. So but if you guys want to follow us on social media, you can follow me at the Monster Truck Canucker on Instagram, or you can just check me out on Facebook. Also, Bradley Shaw Designs. Go check that out. And yeah, I'm hopefully going to be returning to doing some streaming here soon for my gaming. I just had to get a lot of my personal life still kind of figured out. And now that things are going even better, I'm going to be returning to that and doing some more American Truck Simulator, trying to be Cheech.
What?
Well, trying to be you as you're driving a truck.
I do that in real life. I want that game, to be honest with you. I just don't have a computer strong enough for that stuff right now. I need to get a better computer.
I want to get some more, like, you can get
follow
shifter things where you can actually, like, change the ranges through the shifter. So that's something even to look into if you start doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So follow me on Dan Cheech Agosh on Facebook. Dan Cheech Agosh also on Instagram. Also on the podcast too, Crush This MT on Facebook. We're on Instagram also. Go take a look at that. Also my RC page, Dan Agosh's RC. Take a look at that on not Snapchat. On Facebook. Yeah, there we are right there. And also Instagram. Also take a look and prepare for Monday for the Cheech and Fildo cast. That's starting on Monday. We have a Facebook page and also a Twitter account. We'll just bridge that more and more and more. But like I said, if you really want to listen and watch that, it's a completely different show. So it's completely different than the Monster Truck side of it. But we're just going to have a good time. And just if you have a sense of humor, just enjoy it. So outside of that, once again, I'm Dan Cheech Agosh.
My name is Bradley, the Monster Truck Canucker Shaw.
Yeah, right, I don't know.
And this has been Crush This, the Monster Truck Podcast. Remember, next week is Joy Sylvester with Cheech. I will not be there. You'll still have the Canadian word of the day. And as we always say here, guys, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, everybody. Peace!
Flapjack.